Millionaire Radio Show. I'm your host, Robert Bobby Reed. And I got a special guest in here tonight with a bunch of other guests in here tonight. I got my man Marvin Sykes from Next Level Officiating, Next Level Pro-Am. Just give it up to Marvin Sykes for being all over the place, being a pillar of Chicago, north side, west side, south side, east side, on the officiating side of the game, just giving back to Chicago. And we got his whole crew in here. I can't name everybody, but man, welcome y'all to the show tonight, Chicago Millionaire Radio Show, y'all.
Big Phil win, baby.
What's up, man?
You the man.
Welcome y'all to the show. So Marvin, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Rob. Doing good. Just finished up my pro-am, high school pro-am. Shout out to Big High School. They beat fair. Good game, good sportsmanship. To me, first thing I told them before the game started, I appreciate they coming out, supporting, playing every Tuesday, Thursday. I'm gonna miss them for a while, but like I told them, whatever they did down at Garfield, make sure you continue that on during the basketball season. But it's been a good run.
Man, I admire what y'all was doing over there at Garfield Park, man. You just don't find a lot of that. I don't know. I don't see it a lot on the south side as much as I used to. Maybe I'm not out there anymore. But it's just good to see the young guys out there playing ball and just in a safe environment, man. So big ups to you and Sonny Parker and Tony McCoy and all of the guys that I see out there and all the officials, man, that's out there manning these games and dealing with the parents. Because I remember when my kids was playing, I was rough on the officials. So, man, we appreciate everything y'all do, man, with the kids and stuff and with everybody and what y'all do with the community. But we got a bigger conversation that we want to dive into, and I want to get right to it, man, because you got your people on here for a reason. And you called me because you wanted to talk about some of the changes that was going on with Chicago officiating.
So as of yesterday, well, it happened about a couple weeks ago, and they something really big and major that happened, and I got to bring to the forefront that they released Tony McCoy and Cindy Irvin from the basketball part of their assignments. Come to find out, speaking last night, they released 4 people and they demoted them down from what they were originally doing down in sports administration. It's not fair. It's not right. And so Tony McCoy brought me in. I was in 2006. I was in for 1 year and I came back when Tony McCoy took over in 2014, I want to say it was. And I've been with him ever since then. It's been great. Next Level Officiating always going to be there. We're always going to have association meeting stuff. But, Rob, let's get straight to it. They have taken away, over 3 years, they have taken away officials' opportunity to advance to the semifinal or championship game. And I'm going to put it out there. And I'm not afraid. David Rosengard, who's executive director down in sports administration, has done so many different things that's outside the realm of what CPS is really standing for. It's for the kids. It's for the officials. I want to stop for a second. I got to give a shout out to all my officials because I love all of them. If it went for them, it could be no me. It could be no Next Level Officiating. It could never be no Next Level Official Association. So shout out to all my referees that really stuck in there and work hard every single night out. But now my issue is, and we're about to start doing a boycott, and we want David Rose got removed because officials that are certified, such as guys that work higher ball, we never could advance them to the semifinal championship. Those officials were not my officials. They were signed by David Rosengard and another guy by the name of Joe Swartz. Yes, we should have boycotted and stopped it years ago, but we didn't. We trust the process. Cindy Irvin been down there for years.
Mm-hmm.
Tony McCoy been down there for years. And always been the pillar of what we can do and advocate for all officials across the city of Chicago, boys and girls. Moving them out of that position makes officiating not only bad, but now you have no voice that can actually speak for you to tell you, hey, listen, this is who we see, this is what we like, this is what we not going to use, and how we going to move forward. We're still going to move forward, training development, like as we've always been. They put new people in play, and which is understandable. And of course, you change people, you put new people in play. But the way they did it is not right across the board. I'm speaking out for all the officials. I don't care what you do in life, but you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Right now, I'm standing for every official in the city of Chicago that we're not going to allow this to keep happening. We was on the Clyde Travis show, Coach Gators and Larry from Curie High School and several other people's online. And Clyde Travis show took like over an hour plus and talked about the stuff that we have done. And so now we're saying we're not going to allow this to happen to the officials moving forward. Not only that, Rob, so let me just, and I'm on my soapbox, and you can stop me if you want to.
No, keep going. All right, keep going.
So they changed the schedule. So some of the coaches saw yesterday was in disarray. So as of right now, there are several schools that have to travel. So you got Taft, got to go to Simeon, got to go to Taft. There's no more red north, red south, red central, red west. Now all these teams got to travel. Now all the games will start at 5 o'clock. These games will not start till 6:30. And it's not about the officials. It's about the kids and the travel. And we live in the city of Chicago. Anybody know that there is no game gonna start at 5 o'clock. It's better to start at 5:30. Now you got Fair, you got to go to Carver. Fair, you got to go to Bogan. I showed the coach, the AD last night, and they was in disarray about it. And so they're forming Coach Association to stop what's taking place. It's called Red Star and Red Shield. And that whole setup is wrong. Now, they didn't do anything to the white division or the blue division. They stayed blue north, blue south, blue west, white west, whatever you want to call it. But in the red, it's on 2 conferences, 12 schools, and they got to travel across the city of Chicago. What time the kids going to get home, Rob? If the game post out at 5 o'clock, and you're saying Farragut got to go to Taft, got to go to Simeon, or Taft got to go to Curie, how? They're out by O'Hare. Curie's on the far south side. So now the game may start to 6 o'clock, 6:30. That's the first game, but now it's 2 games. The second game may 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30, depending on the traffic, depending on the weather. All it takes is one accident. One accident will mess up the whole thing. So, okay, fine. Now, game's over by 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. The kids get back home at what time? 11, 11:30. What buses are running? How they going to get home? You can't put the kids in your car. That's a rule in the policy. So once they get to the school, how do they get home? The officials got to travel as well. They get home 11:30, 12 at night. They have real jobs. They're just referees. They have real jobs. And they have families too. So if the kids get home late, it happened some years ago, I had a referee go home, got in a real bad accident, ended his whole officiating career. A guy by the name of Albert Johnson. So what I'm saying is that what happens to the kids when they got to travel from school to school, and how they gonna get home? And parents probably don't have no car or no transportation or ways and means these kids get home. What do they do now? And so I'm advocating for that as well, as to have the board to realign the red west, the red north, red south, red central, so that the games can start at 5 o'clock. They want to competitive, but you got to think about lane going south, or south got to go north. How? And you do understand that the school bus transportation since COVID have lost a lot of drivers. So now when the bus operators got to pick up those school kids, that's priority number one. They got to drop their kids off at home and get them safely home and then leave wherever they drop their kids off at. It's called a charter. Now you gotta go from wherever you drop your kids off at and go pick up the team, get the team, and then take them to their destination. Now, again, it goes on the bus driver. So now he gotta drop that team back off. He gotta get back home at some point in time and drop the bus off, then get to his house and get back up the next morning at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning and start a day all over again. It's a big domino effect, and it's going to affect everybody across the board. And we're saying this has to stop. We cannot allow this man to keep demoralizing the officials. No more than what he's done the past 3 years. Now that the officials cannot sit down on the floor, they cannot come in the locker room, they can't observe the game, they have to sit in the stands with the general public as if they never did all the hard work, the grind, like you said.
Hold on. You said the officials can't do what now? You can't sit on the floor, you can't be down there?
So in the past, we've always had the officials come to the locker room, listen to the pregame, listen to the postgame. Now he has it where the officials have to sit in the stands with the general public, and they can't sit down on the floor no more. So that's special assigned seats, meaning that those people who David picked, that's on their list, they get to sit down there. But we as officials, we had to sit with the general public. I'm gonna give a perfect example. 2 years ago, I got down to the floor, walking past the score table. He said to me, "How did you get down here?" I said, "Security." I said, "I am the supervisor official." He looked at me like I was crazy.
Wow.
Another time on the girls' game, one of the girls assigned her had to step in as a standby. Everybody knows standby always by the clock of the book. If anything happens, the standby is at the table. He moved the assigner, which was a standby, to the end of the table in the back of the bench of where the team was playing at. And she was upset and she was furious about it. I didn't know about it after the fact. What I'm saying is, Rob, the morale and stuff for the officials has gone down tremendously. And we're saying that it has to change at some point in time for what's taking place. And I'm saying we're standing on that. And so now we got the coaches jumping on bandwagon. We're getting the officials on bandwagon. So we're not going to work. So they changed the schedule. Again, I'm going to give it all to you in a row. They changed the schedule. The boys play on Tuesdays and Thursdays only. Girls play on Wednesdays and Fridays. So they did that so that the teams that travel, like maybe Curie or Simeon in the past done it, Clark or Whitney Young, whoever traveled to those, when they go out of town to those games, so that they don't miss their game on Friday. Now they play only on Tuesday, Thursday. So now you got 56 games being played on Tuesday, 56 games played on Thursday. You don't have enough officials in one day to cover all those games. So we're saying we're not going to work until he's done or he's gone for sports administration. We said enough is enough. Everybody want to sit behind the 8-ball and don't want to discuss what has taken place. It has to stop. We have allowed them for 3 years to allow people who do not work in the CPS system, who are not public league officials, who works no games, but until the semifinal championship. And the people who did all the hard work and the grind to get into the game on time, who have been loyal and dedicated to CPS and to the next level officiating association, they do not get to just do. And we're saying it has to stop. And we're saying stop right now. And we're not going to work. So I'm going live again later on this week. I'm going to keep going live until we're going to get everybody talking about it. Until we say, okay, we're not going to work. They already offer us an opportunity to work in Noble Street. So we know we're not going to get everybody on board, Rob. And I'm okay with that.
Right.
But we're going to get the ones that we do take with us, the ones that say, hey, I'm with you. I'm on board. We're going to take them to the Noble Street. And Noble Street is going to pay $100 a game. $100 for varsity girls, $100 for varsity boys. And that's a win-win for the officials. No more waiting on when we get paid 2 weeks later. No more waiting on if they're going to push the button, if we're going to get our money. It's not going to happen like that no more. And it has to change. And then we, as Black or white officials who are in the association, when I'm not discriminating, but all our officials, we have to stand for justice on doing the right thing and moving forward our officials. And it's just due.
Wow. So basically this guy has come in and changed the whole thing and haven't consulted the officials or talked to any of y'all about it. Nobody, he haven't sat with the head of officials about scheduling games or any of that.
He didn't have a conversation at all in the 3 years he's been down there in his tenure. When you had Carl Kemp let you do your thing. He moved out the way. Carl Kemp did a wonderful job. Let us do our job. That's it. That's all. Tony McCoy did his thing. Cindy Irvin did their thing. That was their baby. They did what they wanted to do. That was their program. Every year I've seen this man take away a sport from Tony McCoy. He took his softball away to give him some other kind of sport, and then now basketball. And when he took basketball away, I knew it was coming eventually. But Rob, you know what hurt the most? And Mac Irvin, who's the godfather of basketball, who died, rest in peace. If he was here and saw that happen, they'd raise a pound of hell, because there's no way in the world you move Cindy Irvin out of the position. We have never had an issue in the 10 years that we've been doing CPS boys and girls basketball. We never had an issue that we could not control. We never had a missed game or an altercation that we didn't have control over. And then if there was an altercation that did happen, we took care of it as officials.
Well, so what was their reason for letting them go, though? I mean, because I know Tony McCoy been there, and I think Cindy Irvin was basically new, right? She wasn't there that long, right?
Cindy Irvin been over 20 years plus.
Oh, she's been there over 20 years. Okay.
So she's been over 20 years plus. Tony McCoy was in there for 10 years. And he's still in his position, but not as the basketball coordinator.
Why did they take basketball from him? Why did you think they did that?
So you're Robert Reed, and that's David Rosegard, okay? So Robert Reed runs basketball, and Robert Reed goes to David Rosegard and said, no, it's not gonna work this way, not this way, not this way. So anybody who stood up or had a voice to say something to again, not only he demoted two, I found that he demoted 4 people, 4 blacks out of the office down there.
He need to be investigated. He need to be investigated. Somebody else need to look into him.
We don't want to investigate. We want him removed because he keeps doing the same thing. If you ever look at what he's doing, every single year he says about the kids, but it's not about the kids because he's always want to be in the spotlight. He always want to do this. Listen, the principals at his neck, the coaches have to be at his neck, and the ADs. Once they see the schedule, Rob, and I'm gonna post the schedule on Facebook. Once they see the schedule, they're like, "Are you serious?"
Wow!
I'm going live, make so much noise till he turned purple in the face because we don't want to investigate him. We want him removed. This is not a white thing. So he not even from Chicago. He's from the suburbs. He used to work with Doug Bruno, the famous coach of the DePaul women's basketball. He used to work for him with the basketball camp. What happened, I don't know. He's not there no more. You know how bad, I'm telling you how bad it is, Rob. When you get a phone call and they say, watch him. Watch him. Don't say nothing, just watch him. And as we watched him over the years, he had just been doing the most. This is not a black thing, a white thing. These are all black minority schools that we work for, that we set the standard for all officials to follow rules, guidelines, and regulations that we follow. We have never had an incident where officials never controlled the game, lost control of the game, or too many big fights broke out. And if it did, we handled it as such, and we did our report, and we sent everything to sports administration to Tony McCoy, and he handled it. And so, Rob, It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
So do you
And
think that he feel like you guys had too good of a relationship with Tony McCoy? You know, because you know what? Sometimes people need to have that control. You know, and maybe he feel like he don't have that control because you guys got that relationship with Tony McCoy, that direct contact, and he's not from there. You know, y'all from the belly of Chicago. You know, an outsider can take slight to that. You know what I'm saying?
true,
Like
true.
he from Waukegan. He's not from over. I don't know where he's from. I'm just saying in general. You know,
So
how
he
can
used to
how
be.
can we how can we fix this though? How do we fix this?
So my stand is that we're not going to work CPS boys basketball. I don't know about girls, but we're only going to take the officials. That's with me. That's for me. That's with me,
Right.
Rob. And so every year I've done a end of summer party, but by my daughter going to school this Saturday, I had to postpone the end of the summer barbecue. And we invite everybody to the barbecue, have a good time, because we had a great summer. Rob, you came to Garfield.
Yeah.
You saw Garfield. There were no police. There was security at the front desk. You didn't get searched. You didn't get wanted or anything. You walked in, enjoyed the game. You filmed the game. You had a wonderful time, right? Safe
That's right.
place, safe haven.
Absolutely.
That was a men's side, and then we had the high school side. We did a spring league, summer league. We've been doing this for 3 years now, Rob. Very successful. I applaud all the coaches that participate in the league every single year. We had the girls going, but then the girls want to fight. And I can't control the girls, and the coach can't control the girls. So we just said we were going to do a summer league for the girls. We did a spring league, but not a summer league. And so we're saying that we're not going to work any games anymore. We're
Wow.
going to go, listen, how LeBron say, I'm taking my talent somewhere else. We're taking our talent somewhere else.
How many
We're
officials y'all got collectively?
I say it's 300 on the roll. I sent out 500 emails the other day for my meeting September 9th, Rob. We got a meeting September 9th at Garfield starting at 6 o'clock from 6 to about 7:45 p.m. And that's our first general meeting. And what we do, Rob, every year then is that we give out rules, regulation, guidelines. We give out, I call them gifts. So you have all the tools and knowledge that you need to officiate basketball. I'm also a state commission with my longtime buddy Chick, Paul Mosley. We're both state commissions. So that's why we're not going to give up the association. We're going to keep doing that. And then we review the tests. Every official has to go through the test process every year. You got to pass a part one test every year. So we review the test with the officials every year before the season starts. So we make sure that all our officials pass, get a passing grade, and we review every single question. And then now they take their test, and it's only like 25 or 50 questions they had to pass. They had to pass a grade, but we review the test. And then they had to pass concussion protocol, the hate speech every 3 years, and they had to attend a clinic every 3 years. And so we make sure that we do that. The IHSA just sent out a memo the other day, and they're saying that they don't want any official to work any contest that's under IHSA rules, IHSA sports. If you're not a licensed official, they do not want you to work. If you do work and they find out, they're going to penalize the school and the official.
Hold on. Rewind back. You say IHSA don't want you to no officials to work?
IHSA officials do not want any official who does not have IHSA license. So it means you haven't paid your dues,
right?
You haven't done your hate speech, your concussion protocol speech, your test, and if you have not taken the part one IHSA test, means that you are not a licensed official. So you can do all that part, and you can be a registered official for 2 years. After 2 years, you take a test, you do a part two test, and you become a recognized official. 2 more years later, going to your 5th year, you can now become a certified official. We want to get all our officials certified so that they can move and they can progress to be seen to go downstate or have an opportunity, a chance to work the regionals or the sectionals, and then on to the super sections.
Right.
And so that's our goal is in association. That's my goal is I've been doing this since 2002, Rob, with Paul Mosley. We've been next level for life, and we're going to continue to be next level for life, and we're going to stand for the officials. I didn't just build this organization overnight. It took
Right.
time and pictures and videos and training.
Right.
The association just came about just maybe less than 10 years ago. And we gave away all types of stuff. And we continue to do, we give away whistles and we give away t-shirts. As you saw, we gave away t-shirts at the pro-am. And my thing is this, give people something they can remember you by, that they were there at your event and that they would support what you was doing during the time that you had what was going on. And that's what we always do. So we just don't say you pay your dues and then we don't give you anything for your dues. Then you go to some other association, you pay your dues and they don't give you anything.
That's
But
right.
here at Next Level, we give you whistles. We'll feed you every Monday. We have food. We have more food every single Monday so that you have
Every
a meal
Monday?
before you go home. Rob,
Every
every Monday, September 9th is the first general meeting. After that, we go October. Every meeting in October, we only miss the 14th. We go October 7th. We go October 21st on down 28th. And then we go into November 4th, I think 4th, 11th, 18th. And then we're done before the season starts. But we do every Monday because they paid their dues. They paid to get the information and the training. We do videos on a consistent basis. We try to bring in special guests if they're available to use. We have actually we got 3 or 4 NBA officials on board. Mark Davis, as you saw at the pro-am yesterday, Mark Davis, Nick Buchert, James Capers, and James Williams. James Williams just sent me some information that we have officials in the NBA and the WNBA being in my room. I failed not to mention him, that on another platform, one of our guys being in my room, he started out in CPS under boys basketball, gave him a chance, opportunity, and he's progressed to higher. He has 1.5 foot in the door for getting in the NBA. So wishing him good luck and goodwill. Very nice kid. Mark Davis, I think he is 28th or 29th season, along with Capers. But we have built a rapport with officials across the nation, not just in Illinois. We're known across the nation. You can't go somewhere in Atlanta and say, I'm from Chicago. You from where? Yeah, okay.
Hey, Bob, let me ask you this, man. Have you tried to set up a meeting and bringing all your officials in to sit down and talk with this guy?
So as you know, they have tried that once before already. I was a part of the meeting. Tony McCord was not part of the meeting. And so what he did was they have a meeting and he'll say, well, we can look into this. We'll go forward, look at this, look at that. We'll try this. Oh, I'm gonna get back to you on that. Let's see what we can do. That's something to talk about. That's something to think about. No, the professional words he's using to just move you around. Because at the end of the day, as one of my good buddy Tracy Crothers said, that before he had a meeting with us, Rob, he had a meeting with Jeff Swartz. Jeff Swartz is a guy who is not from Chicago. He's from the suburbs. And he only assigns maybe a big ball game, maybe Kerry Simeon or something. He won't go to Al Raby. He won't go see nobody to Marshall. He won't see nobody in legal prep. He won't send nobody all he wants is the big ball games. And he wants the semifinal and championship. And so the officials are looking like, wait a minute, why we can't get those games? As we keep saying, get certified, get certified. And as I keep preaching that, we keep saying get certified, but you know, you got beat it until the coaches start rating these officials. What can we do besides get you certified? And then make it known to the state that we have certified officials that need to be seen. But meeting with him is not going to work. They've done that 3 times. And then how do you schedule me? How does Robert Reed schedule me with Marvin Sykes and says, no discussion about what take place, just says that you're no longer the boys coordinator. You're no longer the girls coordinator. When it happened to Tony McCoy, he texted me 11 o'clock that morning. When it happened to Cindy Irvin that evening, about 4 or 5, when I got the news, that was a stab to my heart because I know Cindy Irvin is a very nice young lady, does her job very well, no nonsense young lady. Know her dad, her brothers, Lance and Mike and Nick, uh, all of them.
Great family, basketball family, man. Chicago
Basketball
basketball
family.
royalty, man.
Exactly. And I'm telling you that if Pops are here, he'll get them. He'll get them. And so I'm hoping that Dr. Don Pittman and Coach Gators and whoever else jump on board, just have this guy removed. And if that doesn't work, after we going live over and over again, I got a meeting set up, going higher than that. I'm going to see Brandon Johnson. It cannot keep happening the way it's happening. This is not a white thing. This is minority. We work hard night in and night out, and we deserve an opportunity to. I was given the opportunity, Rob, to work the quarterfinal, semifinal championship. I worked 7 city championship. I was done. But what I'm saying is, in the past 3 years, how do I look at my officials and say you cannot work that ball game because Jeff Schwartz designed the game, semifinal championship? Like their officials are better than our officials. We have great officials
Well,
in Chicago.
where's Jeff Schwartz now, man? The suburbs? Where they from?
Suburbs. From the suburbs. They're in the suburbs.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how that go. You know them be the good old boys, man. That downstate crew, they all be connected.
All be connected. And we're saying, okay, but only way it's gonna happen because I'm waiting to do a press release. I'm doing the press release. I'm telling you right now, like I told Big Tim, this is no joke. This ain't. I'm just shooting off the mouth. We do a press release. 2579 Fox. Don't get this press release. I'm going to GCI with it. I'm hitting everybody in the media nation. Saying we're going to stop. We're not going to work until he's gone. We don't want to have no more meeting. There's enough lies have been told.
Right.
For 3 years.
Wow.
You demoted 4 people out of the office down there. I was having a meeting. I had a meeting set up with the principal at Clark School, Dr. Anderson. I called the Davis in the meeting. And I'm telling all my officials and you, and I appreciate you, bro, because the stuff that you do, the stuff that Big Tim do, the stuff I do, Sonny Parker, the kid over at Breakthrough, Jimmy Brooks, Lefty B. Boy,
Denard Bros, all them boys, man. All y'all doing big stuff, man. Y'all doing
all the
big
stuff,
stuff.
We all have our own thing. We don't bump heads. We show each other love, and it's a great thing in Chicago. But we got to stand for this because if we don't, Rob, it's going to continue to diminish, dropping down, falling off, to where you're not going to see officials want to even work in the public anymore. Like I said, we've already been offered Noble Street already. Noble Street don't have the best teams, but they play too.
Right.
And we're saying we're going to take
Noble Street, is that the charter school?
Noble Street is like ITW, Bulls Academy, Comer, all those different Pritzker, all those different schools. So we go work over there. And again, I told you, I don't want the whole crew. If I get the whole crew, God bless me. But if we don't get the whole crew, all we want is just a percentage. And the percentage that we have, that we use, if we take them away, now your games are not covered. And now we're saying, if we strike, because we are our independent contractors, we have to work for you. If you don't have no officials, you don't have what? You have no game.
You don't have no games.
No game.
And that's going to be a problem. Enough. Somebody said they got something to say. I have something to say. Go ahead. Money never
sleeps.
No, money never sleeps. Go ahead, money never sleeps. Where you at?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Big Phil.
Yeah, what's going on? Now, what I want to say is, like 2 years ago, we had a meeting with David Rosenthal, and he told exactly what he was going to do. It was me, Bowie, Fred Riley, Gary Dyson, and Donnell Bullock. and Tony McCoy was in the meeting, and Dave said exactly the moves he was gonna make, and he did that. So we saw it writing on the wall then, and we tried to stop him then, but no one was stood with us then. We went down there, and Tony McCoy was like, "Why you guys down there?" We meet with David. David didn't even tell Tony about the meeting. So Tony sat in the meeting, and he told us exactly what he was gonna do, and the man did exactly that, and it came true this year. We knew that shit 2 years ago. Excuse my language.
Oh, you can cuss. You can cuss.
Yeah.
It's grown folks.
So we tried to head his ass off.
Right.
But it's powers in numbers. It was that's
Right.
5 of us then. So the man came through like a sledgehammer and did what the hell he said he was gonna do, and he did it.
Right.
Only thing he didn't tell us was about moving Tony and Sydney. He didn't say that part, but everything else he said, the shit happened and he did it. So now that he didn't did what he said he was gonna do, and he told that shit 2 years ago, now can we stand in numbers and get his ass up out of there or whatever? Because he been said he was gonna do it. He told us all 5 was right there.
Right.
So now what we gonna do? We gonna continue to let this shit happen, or we gonna get his ass up out of there?
That's right. Jamila Wilson, you raising your hand. What you got, Jamila?
Hi, hello everyone.
Hey, Jamila, how you doing?
All righty, yourself.
I'm great.
I just wanted to mention, because since Phil said they had a meeting, I did hear about that meeting. However, a lot of us, I know myself, I can't speak for everyone else, we didn't know the severity of the meeting. So him laying it out saying what he was going to do, David, we didn't know the severity of it. So I feel as officials, we should have came together, and now it's like we let it happen without even putting up a fight. So because I didn't know anything that it was going to get to this point where we're going to lose Marvin, where we were going to lose Cindy. I didn't know this, it was going to be this drastic. And I would like to say that finding out everything, which I probably don't know everything, but finding out what I know now, I feel that it is very disrespectful to officials, not just per se that we can't be on the court anymore, or we can't really be involved with the ending games, that is the semifinals and the championship games and everything for CPS, but it's very disrespectful as officials, because we already experienced this across the board, being disrespected as officials. But to see our own home, our CPS home, because many of us live in and are born and raised in Chicago. So
That's
to
right.
get there from an area where I went to a Chicago public school myself, this is very disrespectful. I feel upset about it. I'm angry because Marvin is a great person. He has done a lot for me. He was the first person who gave me boys games. So I feel very, very upset about this, and I'm sticking behind Marvin.
That's good stuff. Man.
I appreciate it.
And I want to say this too. Marvin was the first to give me CPS boys game, because Curry and Jeffrey didn't give me no games. I don't want to say that. All right.
Man, that's
and so Rob, so those two people just alone, and there are more behind them. But Jamila and Phil, and let me go back for a second. I know I found out Jamila's daddy was my cousin, so I gave her a chance because she works hard, student the game, and I always said that when a female walks in the door, and you gotta remember, I worked 19 years of Division I women's basketball, and I have always been an advocate for females. When a female walks in the door, it says something to the coaches, like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And how do you dress a female when she's on the game? And then she does a great job. So now she's not only with the CPS game, but now she's doing junior college games, NAIA game as well. Now that's Jamila. Now Phil win, and now watch this. I watch him. Mine never sleeps. I watch this brother. 4, 5. He don't even know it, but I watch it 4, 5 o'clock in the morning on his workouts. If you seen Phil years ago, I want to say about 4, 5, 6 years ago, love Phil, love the work he do. He only had one thing, Rob. He had one thing that I thought was going to always hold him back, moving to the next level. And that was, he used to have the dreads, the long dreads.
Oh, right.
And so I knew as an official from Division I that the look they're looking for, the clean cut, they're not looking for the goatee, the bald face, the low cut hair, and Phil cut it. When Phil cut it, I was like, are you serious? My eyes got so big, like, and from that point on, Bill Wynn and Jamil, all of them that does college ball, have advanced to another level in college where it been junior college, NAIA, Division III, Division II, and I'm hoping, praying that we can get some people in Division I. Other than we got Dawn Stewart that's been here for a while, Kenya Brown, God bless her, she's been Dr. Kenya Brown, she's been in Division I, done a great job. We lost Shay Hobson, she died years ago, was in Division I. I said Dawn Stewart, I think Joe Foster, Johnny Jackson, and the list goes on and on. There's so many of them, but the ones I know that are connected to me, that we always fight and we have a different opinion, but we get along like family. That's what I try to tell you about what we do. We family. We gonna argue, we gonna fight, we gonna disagree. But at the end of the day, we gonna stand by each other. And that's the thing I like about all our officials. We gonna stand with each other. And that's what we always gotta do, is what we have to do. And we cannot let this stuff keep on happening.
And you know what, man? It's like you said, strength in numbers, man. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times people don't want to step up and say anything, man, because they be afraid to lose their money. Kevin Dillard, to everyone, Kevin Dillard, 20 plus years.
20 plus years, yeah, 20 plus years. KD, that's KD. He just coming back off his hip surgery about a month or two ago. So he down, but he trying to work his way back. But again, that was another one. They came in right behind me when I first started out, and then he came in behind me. Him and Dawn Stewart were battles. When I say battles, you can understand if you were not on the floor. But battles was where we're making calls in our primary. If I get a call outside my primary and I'm calling in your area, it costs you $1. If you don't know the team fouls, costs you $1. If you don't know what time's on the clock, costs you $1. Those games we played back then, and we still do those games now, Rob. So you know we're Garfield. Garfield is our home. That's our mecca basketball. And we advocate for everybody to come to Garfield to play in Garfield. So we've been using shot clock for the past 2 years now, 2 years now, going on 3 years. Before shot clock comes into play next year, we've been training officials on the next level, which is the NBA side of paying attention to shot clock. Instead of being 30 or 35, it's 24. It speeds the game up. Because, Rob, the kids see what they see on TV. So we just put them in that frame of mind of that work of what they see on TV. They know they got a shot clock. They got to run the offense. They got to get in motion. They got to put the ball up.
Right.
If you don't hit the rim, go back to 14. Rob, it's all, we do everything that the NBA do as what we do in high school basketball in the pro am. Rob, I'll give you one better. Before we started doing two-hand mechanics, we were already doing two-hand mechanics that came out with it. Last year, Rob, in April, we were in Garfield Park, and we were using 5 team fouls to shoot 2 shots. As you know, there's no more one-on-one going to 17 fouls, one-on-one, and then 10 team fouls, 2 shots. 5 team fouls, automatic shooting 2 shots. We were doing that already at Garfield in the spring league, and when he came out for the National Federation, we like, well, I'll be damned. I said, what's going on? So when we changed, they had been watching, because we put everything on social media. We put it on Facebook. This is live, Rob. There is going to be a continuous process to this. And like I say, people don't want to touch it. But like Phil said, they went down there. And they had that meeting. As you say, he openly said that. Dave said we're going to do, he did what he's going to do. As Jamil said, the stuff he did was dramatically changing, and we was moving people out of position, demoting them, was really bad. And I always said that I'm for the officials, but Tony McCoy gave me a chance. I'm a lawyer, dedicated to Tony McCoy.
So what Tony allowed you to assign officials for CPS?
So I was working with Tony McCoy back in the day. And so he has that Jordan League. You know the Jordan League that we do.
Right.
He's been doing that for years. Yeah, it used to be the 40 and the 50. It used to be a 40 over league and a 50 over league. We used to do it in the lab. We did it at where we're at now, and we used to be at Fosco Park back in the day, because MJ used to come through all the time, every once in a while. But Jordan sponsors the whole entire league. Leagues run well. I worked with Tony then and became close brothers, close network with Tony. And when he took over the boys coordinator position, he said, "You're going to be my signing next year, Mark."
That's a
And I
blessing,
came
man.
back and I revamped the whole system where we were professional. Well, I even made IDs. Some officials probably they had IDs that when you went to the game, you show your ID. It says next level official, your name, your picture. Because back then they didn't know who you were. You walked the door. I'm a referee. I'm whoever. I'm an official. But on
Right.
the ID, it told you it was. And we were business casual. We didn't come in with sweatpants and jogging pants or coming from our job like that. But as COVID came out, we allowed officials to go halfway dressed. And then when COVID ended, we're back to business casual. And we
Right.
told them to dress warm, but be professional. Of course, I cannot not mention that the officials have always told me that they had to change in bad areas in certain schools. And CPS, which is Dave Rosengar at the time, said that they didn't know anything about it. Yes, she did. Because we reported continuously. When they reported to me, I report to them.
Mm.
And they knew about it. And so why they didn't do anything, I do not know. But we got a good group of core people, like I say, Jamila, Mitch, Phil Wynn, Shannon Green. I mean, I got a list of people. I can name 130, 140 people right now that I know that I appreciate the support they do. And even they coming from the south side to the west side. And even when they can, they can. And when they can, they do. They support what we're doing as an association. Because again, we're one of the black associations in the state of Illinois. And that we make sure that we have one of the most quality officials. And that's why we use the NBA referees to come in and talk to our officials or the WNBA so that we put out a good product and that we're working hard every single night and we're not taking plays off. And so if you saw the high school league and you've seen 9 to 10 officials, you're like, well, they referees down here for? They're in training. They're learning from the next official. So they're on the floor doing the quarter or half of a quarter. Then next 3 referees get on, and then so forth and so on. And they did rotations like that. And so that's what we're doing. And we've been doing that for the past 3 years. With any high school official that want to come out, like I say, we had Mike Costello, who just left, new guy named Donald. We had Dante Allen, TJ. We had 2 or 3 young ladies that's out there that were very good, took constructive criticism. We didn't beat them up. We talked to them professionally, helped them out. Big Will Jones, Lane Pierce, like I say, bro, the list go on people that have came down, supported. Like I say, Mitchell Hicks, he always filming. Phyllis Pearson, who actually also put us on the map because she take pictures of everything, Rob. When I say everything, everything we do, we have pictures of what we do. And so, like I say, the core of officials is big. And we're going to just keep growing that core official we got.
Well, the season is getting close. So this is only going to pertain to basketball, right? This is not football and all of that. This is just basketball.
So football, he's done the same damage to. They brought in a whole white crew for volleyball, for football. Changed the same thing for baseball. Did the same thing for, they said he did volleyball. We know he did volleyball because you use all the black people to work the ball games, but when you look up on the championship game, what you see? Again, the blacks do all the hard work, and then you bring in the people that from the suburbs they barely work a few games here and there.
Wow.
So he has done it, especially football. But I'm gonna give a shout out to LeRon Miles Black because he stood up to them, and they don't like him, but he's standing for the minority officials that they use. Him and Mike Alvin and it's a bunch of guys that's out there training development officials in football. so they can stay true to what they're doing. LaRon Miles did have a run-in with a couple people from CPS, and he stood his ground. He does high school, college football. We had Dawn Stewart doing college football, and he retired. We had Greg Nelson, who came from CPS, does major college football and bowl games every year. He did football and basketball. So David Rosegard has affected almost every sport at some point capacity. Now you tell me, how do you demote 4 people within a month, in the same month?
Yeah, I wonder what his reasons was. Jamila, what you got? I see you got your hands up, Jamila.
No, I just wanted to add also, I'm speaking out for the officials. It's really unfair for officials to do all games all season. Say, for instance, they do, I don't know how many games, Marvin, is the season itself?
It's over 500 some games, 500 some games,
So
but most officials,
Wow.
and you do 15, 20 games. You do 20 games maybe.
Right.
You may get 20 games.
Right. And then when you get to a point where there's the semifinals and the championship, there's a totally new crew coming in that has not done one game in CPS throughout the season. So
you've never seen none of them.
I haven't.
Wow.
And that's
you won't see them.
Unfair.
Correct.
Totally unfair. And that's what Marvin is trying to say. You know, it's not fair to. I'm sure, you know, he is working hard to get his word out about what's, going on within the CPS realm. But at the same time, it's unfair to his officials for not being able to reach that level, getting the opportunity, because we don't get the opportunity like that in the suburbs. We're not going to get that.
Wow. Somebody said, yeah, I hate that, Jamila. I won't even lie. I can't see whose name that is. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man, because it happens to us constantly. We build it all the way up, and then somebody else comes in and takes over.
And it's nothing against Jeff Swartz. It's just more so bringing someone into this area because he's really qualified, but at the same time, is he really about CPS, or is he about that life? I want to say, you know what I'm saying? Because we are black and brown, predominantly black and brown in CPS. The players are.
Right.
And for them to see an official that's looked like them means a lot, because I went to games and they like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not only me, but other male officials and female officials that are black or brown. Thank you, because these officials are calling off because they look at things differently to us. And I'm not trying to make it a black-white issue, but it's true. They look at things differently on the court than us.
Well, because they look at us, and let's just call it what it is. They think we savage. We got that savage. So they referee us according to what society has put us.
Right.
That belief system of who they believe us to be. So we don't even get a shot at it, man.
Right.
Leon Jordan, 8 years dedicated to next level. Plus, I'm the cook. All right, Leon Jordan, what's up, bro?
Hey, wait. He's a cook, but just don't touch that macaroni and cheese though. Now, hey, Rob, man, I'm gonna tell you something, Rob. That's the guy, seriously. Leon Jordan is the cook. Albert Hampton, when he comes up from Kankakee cook. But Leon Jordan, hey, Rob, you got to come. I'm gonna set the barbecue up. I'm gonna push it back. I gotta get my daughter to school first. But the barbecue. You gotta come, because Leon Jordan makes this macaroni and cheese that everybody wanna die for. String bean white potatoes, these baked beans, these fried green tomatoes. I promise you. You ever been a black cookout like this where you eat good and you have a good time? Because everybody think that the barbecue not gonna happen. It just can't happen right now because I gotta get my daughter to school. She leaves from school on Saturday. She's going to Bradley to be a nurse, and so that's a whole lot. A lot of preparing, a lot of moving, and her first year,
man, getting the kid off to college.
Yeah, and then now I can't really devote. I can't put my money into going to get everything because it's preparation, it's time. So I can't say, well, I got to do this on Thursday and Friday. I'm going all day Saturday, because once you go down there, There's no just going down and moving in and dropping off and leaving. No, you got to set her up when she said what she need, what she want. I was just doing a new laptop, just came in the mail for the day and stuff that she need for her room.
I'm sure people understand though, man. Going away to college, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. So the barbecue, I'm looking forward to. I would love to come and just get some interviews, get some video and meet all the officials, man. Because like I say, I've been officiating too. I was officiating. I don't belong to a big group like yours. I've been officiating since high school. I just love the game. And I just think that officials don't get the respect that they deserve, y'all. Let's think about it. Let's be real. The Stripes don't get the respect they deserve. You know?
They don't.
Never.
They get the blunt end. They the reason why most teams lose. And y'all ain't shot not one damn ball.
Not one damn ball, not one goddamn free throw. We didn't make no damn turnovers shit. We the best crew on the floor. And we don't miss nothing. But when they see things a foul call, and it's a foul, it's our fault. It's the air. We're horrible. We're terrible.
That's a horrible call.
Watch this. But watch this. It's true though. When they get to the state playoffs, remember all them things you said about the officials. When you get to the state playoffs, you're gonna see officials who ain't never seen you play before. They ain't never seen an athletic move, never seen a Euro step move, and they're calling travels.
They're gonna call travels. I saw it when they went downstate, man. We ain't been able to win downstate since they sent it down there to Champaign.
Not at all.
None of our Chicago powerhouses. They've been struggling down there, man. So, and it's not a black and a white thing. It's a reality thing. And we do know that white officials are not fair to black athletes. We know that. And we do know that when a black team playing against a predominantly white team and it's white officials, the white officials going to come to slide of the whistle. And unfortunately, when blacks referee a white team and a black team, we tend to favor the white team a little bit more because we don't want to seem like we giving the black team too many calls. Do y'all find that?
Sometimes,
I try not to be that.
Right.
Yeah. I try to be consistent across, like she said, we try to be consistent across the board because you know what? At the end of the day, they're gonna remember who you are. And you're not refereeing the black team versus the white team, you're refereeing the game. You're refereeing the kids and what they're doing. Go ahead, Jameen. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jameen. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, I don't look at color, but you could see the difference in physicality with the different races sometimes. And they don't understand sometimes, meaning some of the white teams, they don't understand that some calls are legal. Some players got better ability to get it done than other players. And so I think that's where the confusion come in between us being able to call certain things and not call certain things as officials.
Right. Man, it seemed like y'all got a great collection of officials. And Marvin, man, it seemed like you got something great. Well, I know you got something great going on. I didn't know it was this big. I had no idea you had a huge
Actually, this is not even everyone.
This ain't everyone.
I mean, you got the support. And man, I just ask God that, man, he find a happy medium for everybody in this situation because in the end, the kids lose out. They already losing out with Tony McCoy and Cindy Irvin. And then Marvin, you step down. You know, it's not a good situation. So hopefully y'all can find. Right, it's not, man. I thought I saw Mike Irvin come on here. Was that Mike Irvin, the family from the family?
Mike, I don't know.
I saw him earlier too. I think he left.
Yeah, I thought I saw Mike Irvin on here. I thought he probably would want to hop on and say something. But man, if y'all got anything else y'all want to share, we can keep going. If not, man, we can wrap it up. Man, I really appreciate y'all sharing this because like you said, Marvin, a lot of people don't want to touch it, but you got to have somewhere to talk about this because Chicago, man, this is where we all home from. I've been in this city 56 years of my life. I'm from the South Side, went to Simeon, graduated from Chicago State, grew up in Roseland. So I understand that traveling from the South Side to the North Side in traffic, man, shoot.
How?
In the winter time, trying to get up that Eisenhower or trying to get up that Lakeshore Drive. Simeon alum here. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, Elaine, get up out of here. We never get trying to hear about you Wolverines. Get
Oh,
up
we
out of here.
represent our high schools now. Okay.
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school.
Yeah, what high school? Show your love for your high school, man. I mean, you know, so CPS was good to all of us, man, for all of us who went there. And man, hopefully we can get through that. Timothy always jump on and I always do podcasts with Timothy. He's very passionate. I didn't know he was a next level ref, huh?
Yeah, we brought Tim on. And Tim decided that he's gonna be a referee. And like I said, I was telling Big Tim, I said, you better get the info tonight and get it out there. He always posted. You better post it now because here it comes, because it's going down the pipeline. Like I told you, all I'm waiting on to do is get a press release. Once I get this press release, I'm going 257 at Fox and I'm going to GCI. You know, everybody's the GCI.
That's right. That's right. And GCI can't wait to talk to you. You know, they can't wait to sit down and talk to you because, I mean, they all about the community. And y'all got a valid point.
Robert Reed is too. Against it. Rob, the stuff you do, I watch and watch and watch. I don't say anything about watch. Bro, I ain't asked you to come on your show. He said, well, I know Robert Reed. I know he can get stuff done. So I'm going with him.
I appreciate it, man.
Check out on your show. You always post it, go live, put it on social media. Again, we ain't holding back. We airing it all out tonight. Because moving forward, we are going forward what we said we're gonna go forward with and doing what we're gonna do. We're not gonna work these CPS games, and then we're gonna figure out what they're gonna do when they're at the gym and there are no officials.
Wow.
And that's what we're doing. So we putting out there, put on notice on everybody. So I say, you know, Rob, I'm not trying to play hardball, but it gotta be fair. And it'll be a disrespect and a disservice for me. I've done, Rob, listen, my career and my resume officiating is 2 pages long. Not to be bragging about me what I've done. It's not about me. It's about the officials that come behind me and the future of the officials that's moving forward, like Leon and Dante and Will and Miller and Mitch and Phil Wynn and everybody, Elaine, everybody who's like Elaine. But listen, the alumni Elaine Pierce, now she was a pain in the ass when she first started. She used to bug me about a jacket all the time, all the time. And her and Jamila got the same act. They think alike a little bit, but Elaine is a little more aggressive with hers. Because if you get outside your body taking foul, I think Mimi may do the same thing too, but she ain't gonna be talking to you too many times about what she's gonna do, what she's not gonna do. So we put people in positions to make it happen. But your alumni, that Lane Pierce, boy, listen, them damn Wolverines, something else, boy.
Shout out to the Wolverines. Hey,
Right,
Lance,
but not too much on us. Not too much on us though.
Hey, listen, I'm a mighty commando. Hey, C4L, today I die. I ain't going nowhere, Hall of Famer, so you can figure it out. On the west side, you know what we did. Stop playing.
I love the west side. Sometimes I wish I would have got a chance to experience that west side, going to school, listen to all the stories of Westinghouse and Crane and Marshall and Foreman, and the list goes on and on. You know, and it's just Chicago's just been a big sports city, man. Farragut. Chicago's just been a big time sports city, and like I say, we don't never get a chance to hear from the officials. And I know Lefty Boy, he wanted to come on and talk to the officials about some gripes that they had. So I don't know if you're familiar with what he was talking about, but we'll get Lefty on
Lefty Boy, yeah. Now we were together yesterday, but I haven't seen Lefty yet. But yeah, Lefty Boy, yeah, most of them. Shout out to him. Like I told you, he do the stuff over at Crane every year, West Haven. So we make sure we don't bump heads with him. What we have doing over at Garfield, some of the same teams may play or not play in the same league, as well as Christ the King. Shout out to Troy. He does a mini shootout over at Christ the King. So we all work together. Like
I noticed that, man. I noticed all of y'all had y'all pro-ams on different days at different times. And it seemed like everybody was playing in all of them. Like the kids was going from different ones, certain kids playing in all of them, which is a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
And we always advocating
they
for
just
that.
gotta get that. They gotta get that payoff for those officials, though. I just had to put that in there.
They got to get that pay.
Yes, pay up.
Oh, they don't pay. The pro-ams don't pay up a lot.
Not the pro-am, but officiating period when it's on the AAU circuit or during the summertime.
Well, I know out here in Romeoville, they be paying out here $20 a game, $25 a game.
Rob, stop. Don't do it, Rob. Shots fired. You gonna get in trouble. Don't say that word. Don't say $20 a game no more. Boy, you finna get. They gonna blow this show up. Don't say about no $20 a game, Rob. Please don't do that.
That ain't good, or that too low, or what's that?
That's very low, Rob.
That's very low.
Extremely low.
Man, that's what they be out here giving dudes, man. Dudes be saying, hey, they be the one-day shootouts. You get $20 a game out here sometimes. I be like, I can't do it, man.
Ripping y'all, right?
Because the
They
referee,
robbing y'all, G.
because
robbing y'all ass blind.
Hey, look, ain't nothing worse than the AAU coach. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I ain't never did no game for $20. That's
They gonna say they gonna Big Zell, baby, Big Zell said he ain't going for that $20. These referees ain't going for no $20 holler, Rob. They not
it ain't
going.
even that. It ain't even that. Like I don't look at it like that. Like I like officiating, but don't downplay what I'm working to do. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
your work.
I know I work my way up to get where I'm at. So don't try to lowball me because you think I'm just that's not how I operate.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And they take advantage of it. Because what they do, they try to, because it might be let's just say it might not be a top league out here. So what they do, the talent ain't that good. So this is what we're gonna give.
No, we still gotta go out there and do the job. So that talent don't mean nothing.
Right.
So that makes it even worse because now you got to watch extra because they don't even know how to play.
Yeah, like the girls out
saying?
there, they real bad. So it's like you got to call travel, you got to call fouls. Like them girls be out there beating each other up the whole game. So it's like it's take more to officiate women and girls because they, you know what I'm saying, they be a little bit more rough. Believe it or not, like I done seen some crazy stuff doing some girls games.
They be feisty, right? The women be feisty, crazy, man.
Like they call you the B word. They doing all type of stuff. So you just gotta have tough skin, all in all, with being an official. Is all in all, really, man. It's a tough job, but I love it.
Yeah, because you get it from everybody. You're getting it from the coaches. You're getting it from the fans. You're getting it from the players. You're getting it from everybody. And then they want you to go sit up in the stands with them after the game.
Right.
Rob, I'm not lying to you, Rob. And listen, Rob, let me give you history. So I learned from the old heads.
Look at Leon trying to show
why
his
is you
food.
showing us your plate, Marvin? Look at this dude, man.
He's showing us
what are you doing?
He's showing us his plate, Leon.
Hey, Leon, that's why we staying to it all the time, Leon. That's why we staying to all the time.
That man always doing something he ain't supposed to, boy.
Leon, you need to learn to stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. and we don't do it to you, Leon, but okay, you're right. Hey, y'all, I'm going to send y'all Leon address. We always show up at the same time. and you going to cook on your own.
Hey, Mac Brown on the sidebar side of the game, he said, tell me how cold he was. I said,
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown from the West Side.
Man, listen, Mac played at Davis Park with us back in the day. He wasn't that cold, and then he tried to be a referee. His sons played better than him. I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, Rob, his sons are better than him, but he had a nice little jump shot, but he wasn't consistent.
Hey, Mac, you got what you wanted. I know his son, little Mac, too. Hey, Mac Brown, you got what you wanted. And now you can't lie no more out here in the burbs and say you was cold. All right, so.
No, not at all.
Hey, but anytime y'all want to double back down after y'all make y'all tour, we want to come back and do this in the daytime around noon. We can do it again at noon. I enjoyed it. It was very informative to me because I did not know that y'all had this big of a riff with CPS, man. And it's unfortunate, man. Really it is. Because everybody got families. And that commute back and forth and getting home late, that's a drag, bro. And then have to go to your other job. I don't wish that on nobody.
And like I said, Rob, it got family. So like I say, So not only the officials got to travel, but the teams got to travel. The kids got to get back home. Rob, we know crime is high in Chicago, and we understand that. They got things that you cannot put these kids in your car, transport them to their home. How do you expect somebody to get home at 11 o'clock at night if the buses are not running, or they got to take an Uber home, and they got to turn around and get up the next day to go back to school? Now we know for a fact back in the day games you start at 3:15 and 4:30. Back in the day,
Right.
they changed all that now to where they got to go to school. And like I told you earlier, due to the COVID and bus transportation, those people used to drive bus, those older people, they said they wouldn't come back no more. The bus situation is bad. If you look on the news every year before school starts, look on the news every year. They talk about the bus transportation, how they need bus operators. They need bus operators. They need it.
They sure
Because
do.
they
I see it
go.
all the time.
And
Yeah.
so we're not the suburbanites. So we don't have a school bus for every school to transport our kids to and from. Some
Right.
schools got those mini buses. I seen Clark at one, but we don't have buses at every single school that can transport a team to and from. You got a girls team playing, boys team playing. They all may be on the road at the same time. You don't have a bus, so you got to order two buses. Now you got boys playing on Tuesday, Thursday. Girl, Rob, when I send you the schedule, I want you to just look at it. Look at the setup in the Red Star, Red Shield division. Then I want you to go back and look at the games in that division and when they're being played. And you'll see what I'm talking about the travel. It has never been done, but this is the proposal that he's going to do. And they're saying this is what we're going to do moving forward.
This is the test drive. So they just basically testing to see how it's going to work out.
It ain't going to work. Then you're going to put some kids, in danger.
You ain't lying. They don't understand these streets, man. These Chicago streets, boy. You can't have these kids traveling all over like that, man.
And then you want to be student athletes.
It's bad enough the kids don't even get
the
along.
next day.
Yeah. And it's bad enough the kids at their own school don't even get along half the time.
And now you got them on the streets. Like I said again, here it is 9:12. And I'm guaranteeing you there have been several games that end about 9:15. Now you're talking about these games not gonna start till 6:30 on a stop clock. That's the first game, maybe the JV first or the varsity first or vice versa. But we know it's gonna be two games.
Right.
For a fact, it's two games. So if I get your school at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, possibly 10:30 maybe. And you gotta remember, in between warm-up time, you allow warm-up time in between games. Plus, you gotta give them halftime break, 10 minutes halftime, or whatever they ask for.
Plus, you gotta get time for the bus to be late.
Bus gonna be late automatic. You mean because we come to your school, pick up your 8 kids. Your 8 kids gotta get dropped off. Now watch this. That bus company gets paid top dollar for dropping your babies off, not to go pick up those kids for the basketball game.
Let me ask you, so how do these kids in the city get to and from games? They don't have bus, do they? They don't have a school bus that drop them up, bring them to games, and then bring them back to the school?
So they do, Rob, but here's the thing. This is Reed Transportation. You got a contract with CPS or whoever you got a contract with. Picking up, dropping off kids. Those are the most important kids first. I'm gonna tell you why. That's how your company stay alive. That's how your company makes money. When you do picking up a kid, dropping them off, that's priority number one. The second priority is after you drop that kid off, now it's called a charter.
Right.
The driver gets a third of what the charter costs. It may be $250, however the bus costs. They now have to go pick up their school after dropping all those kids off. They're clear. Now that bus got to get wherever they're coming from, where they came from, to the school, pick the school kids up, pick the school team up, take them to the school where they're playing at. Wait for them to get done playing, And then take it back. Hey, Leon, we don't want your conversation. I'm talking.
Oh, my bad. Hey, Marvin, matter of fact, I've been listening to you too long. It's after 9 o'clock or whatever. You only supposed to
Hold on,
get an
Leon.
hour.
Hold on, Leon. Don't do that. You're not sharing. Sharing means caring. Don't do that. I mean, it sounds like Rob. I tell you, I ain't lying to you. I love these people. Hey, listen. Hey, Rob, this is my heart. I promise you, man.
I can tell,
This
man.
my
I
heart.
can tell y'all passionate about each other, man, as a
Hey,
group.
man, listen. I wouldn't trade these people in for the world. These are what I call family. Once you join next level, you're family. You're in until you decide you don't want to come around no more. Then you're out. But once you stay in. We don't kick you out. You're family. So whatever we do it together. Again, I don't know, not one day Jamila has never brought fruit salad or salad to any of our events. We all support and pitch in and help out in what we do. I provide all the meats and Leon provide all the sides and the damn nasty macaroni and cheese and then the fried green tomatoes. But boy, hey Rob, I got a video. If you got a video, I want him to send me a video. Last year we had our last meeting and we had food that night. And Leon made some baked beans, string bean, white potatoes. The meeting supposed to start at 7 o'clock, Rob. At 6:25, Leon went live. And people was at the meeting eating before the meeting even started, man. If you got there at 7:05, you got the bottom of the pen.
You got to get there on time. You got to.
I don't know what it is, Rob, but they stay for it.
But Rob, to answer your question about the buses, the schools have to actually order their buses and get that in place. But like Marvin was saying, we're low on staff as far as drivers for the various bus companies. So they don't have like buses like the suburb schools, where they each school have their own buses.
Yeah, these schools out here, man, they get the bus with the school name on it. They got 3, 4, 5 buses out there, man.
Right.
For each sport. It's crazy, man.
My daughter used to go to Kenwood. She was on the volleyball team, so they couldn't get a bus at all. So all the players, got together. They all had cars out there, so they drove each other to their games together. But other than that, a lot of kids don't have cars, or they like Marvin was saying, they have to either take the bus or get an Uber, and that could get quite expensive.
And you think about most parents, parents in there in the city, man, don't have cars. Some of them don't. So when they get back and drop the kids, because when they come back on those buses, they got to drop the kids back off at the school.
Right.
And so the parents got to pick them up. I mean, they got to get on that bus, man. It's gonna be a disaster.
Oh, wait. I forgot to mention, we got Tony Brown on here, Milton Creighton, Young, Alicia Miller. Shout out to all the other officials that's on this call. I see their name. I'm glad y'all on here and what we talked about. I appreciate y'all support what we're doing. Like I said, I didn't see on here, but like I say, I see Milton Creighton, Tone Low. Tone Low is hey Rob, what's the black? Jamil, I don't know if you know it. What's the black guy? He's working for Channel 7. The skinny black guy back in the day.
With his daughter on there now? You talking about his daughter that's on there now?
No. That was Channel 9. This guy was on Channel 7 though. Oh, that's it. Tony Brown is Bob Petty. That's who he is. Bob Petty on the west side, Rob. Remember Bob Petty back in the day? That's what Tony Brown is, y'all. Tony Brown is Bob Petty from back in the day. That's him. And of course you get look at Weatherman. Oh my God, Rob. You gotta meet him. That's the Weatherman, Rob. That's the motherfucking Weatherman, baby.
That's the Weatherman right there.
That's the Weatherman, baby.
Hey, Rob, you old enough. Remember this? Remember the lunchroom cookies?
Oh man, ooh man! I used to get to school early just for the lunchroom cookies, man. You could, ooh. They used to cook them in the morning at Mendel. When I went to Mendel, I went to Mendel. They cooked them in the morning at Mendel.
Hey Rob, that guy I just told you, the Weatherman, it's called KP Cookies. I gotta get you a bag. Rob,
they got the cookies right there, Marvin.
You got the sugar cookies. Oh,
No, Rob.
say something, brother, so we can see it. He got to say something so the screen can pop to him.
Let me see, Kenny. What you got, Kenny? Let's see, Kenny.
I got me in the oven right now.
Rob. Rob.
See,
those are lunchroom butter cookies.
Look, that's how CPS we are. We still making cookies.
He making them at home too.
Rob, I promise you, Rob. I get you. Rob, he got them all. He got them butter cookies. He got them pecan cookies. He got caramel cookies. He got chocolate chip in the butter cookies.
Wow.
But he got the original, Rob. I want you to taste the original butter cookies, Rob. That man right there, Rob. KP cookies.
Man, so your people on your staff pretty much do it all. They pretty much do it all.
Right.
Do it.
Man, Marvin, don't let me miss that cookout. I can't wait, man. I'll bring some more links over there. I get the more sausage.
LJ, we're gonna set that date up. When we get K off to school, we're gonna push that date back. And we're gonna set it up. What is the Sunday after the 31st? Is that the first?
Yeah, it's a Sunday after the 31st.
Look in.
It's the 8th. You talking about that Sunday after the 31st?
No, it's the first. It's the first.
It's the first.
Yeah, it's the first. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna get the flight set. Let's do it on the first, y'all. Let's do it on the first. And Rob, we don't eat outside. We eat inside Garfield Park.
Man, that was my first time at Garfield Park in probably about 30 years, 35, 40 years, man.
Welcome back.
I just felt the history in that building when I went in there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, I'm telling you, Rob, just sit down and eat in the room in the back where you have our meetings at. You be like, are you for real? We talk about food after food after food. Rob, you don't know this though, because you were there last year. We fed the homeless, man. You should have seen them come up in there, man. After we ate already, and all the referees was congregating outside, we fed the homeless people, man. We fed them.
I love that. I love that right there.
We fed them. We didn't turn nobody away.
Because I noticed there was quite a few homeless hanging around there when I came over there. Going in and out over there.
They don't bother nobody. They don't bother nobody. And again, if we eat, they eat. We all eat. We don't throw no food in the garbage. Everybody gonna be able to get some. We feed everybody. We don't turn nobody away.
And you can take some home.
Oh yeah, right. And you take some home. We got 4. We got to-go containers. And the good thing about it, Rob, is that we don't put food on your plate. We let them pick what they want.
Right.
What you want?
Who making peach cobbler?
Uh-oh.
You said shot fire.
Melissa.
That's wrong. That's what
2 pans of peach cobbler. 2 pan peach cobbler. The potato salad.
Hey, the biggest question is making up potato salad.
That's the biggest question.
My daughter make that potato salad. Boy, make you slap your mama. That potato salad is unreal, Rob.
I'm looking forward to it, y'all.
If you
Hey, Jamila, make sure you text me.
Huh?
Well, we got the date locked and loaded, September 1st. That's the referee final grand finale. And I'm looking forward to that. What time they usually start?
We started about 1 to 7.
And we're going to go live that day. I'm going to be doing interviews. I'm interviewing every referee in there. Because I just like to get to meet people, man, because you just never know. You know, my son might be playing in the game and I might need a call or something. But no.
Don't put that out there.
No, all my sons out of high school and stuff. They all done. But yeah, man, it's just a pleasure to speak with y'all. We almost at 45 minutes, so I want to make sure I can download this and put this on IG, because if you go over a certain amount of time, you can't get it on IG. So I want to pull this down so I can put it on IG and share it out and add everybody. But Marvin, thank you for letting me be a part of this, man, because this is monumental. You know, and all the referees and officials that jumped on, man.
And thank you, Rob.
Thanks,
Hey,
Rob.
Most definitely.
Hey, Rob, we like family, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate all you like family, man. So when we do something, you do something.
Well,
So we all together. So I appreciate the opportunity, man, for let me get on my soapbox and speak out. But like I said, don't forget, September 1st, we're going to move the cookout to September 1st. We're going to send a shout out to Cato Sykes. Going to get off to school on Saturday and get on down to Brad and wish her well. And we're going to come back home. And me and Leon will get a crack with this old nasty macaroni and cheese. And KP going to have them KP cookies bagged up, ready to go.
What you talking about?
Shout out to your daughter, man, going to college, man, you know, doing her thing. She going for medicine. Man, may God wrap his arms around her, travel, give y'all traveling grace, take care of that, because that's most important, man. And looking forward to September 1st. I want to thank the Next Level referees for coming on the Chicago Millionaire Radio Show. I'm your host, Robert Bobby Reed, Marvin Sykes, all the great referees in Chicago, Illinois. Thank y'all for coming out. May God continue to bless y'all. We up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.